Welcome, everybody. This is game, believe it or not, number 9. The only time we're going to delay this schedule is two things. One, during this spring break that I'm doing, I'm going off for a week to Cambodia, then to Thailand, and the next thing will be summer break. Other than that, we're going to have a game a day, even if I don't broadcast. But then what will happen after that is when we get to 20 games left, I'm going to broadcast every day. If I can't broadcast, then that's it. And then, of course, the playoffs will have every game, too, as well. But what we're doing this, basically, we'll try and do one every day, updates, pretty much more than just updates. But today it's going to be Kansas City and Atlanta. Kevin Apier against Greg Maddux. And should be a very good game here, as it is Goodwin, McCray, Hamlin, Joyner, Shumpert, Gagne, Henderson, Maine, and David Howard, with Kevin Apier the pitcher. Very good. Then you got Polonia, Jones, Klesko, McGriff, O'Brien, Justice, Marquise Grissom, Mark Lemke, Jeff Blauser. And then on the other way, Greg Maddux. When you take a look at both lineups, Terry Shumpert playing in his first game today. But other than that, Brian McCray and Dave Henderson and Brent Maine and David Howard, their offense has been down for Kansas City. For Atlanta, this is Luis Polonia's first game. And Ryan Klesko is not doing the best in the beginning. But then we got to go from there. So, right now it is looking good. I'm just going to hit yes. We're going to try that. There is no Zoom. And the reason why dynamic zoom is disabled, that way it maybe won't spin everything around. Depth of field mode, I don't know what that is. Oh, I see. It's blurring everything, so you kind of get the depth of it. Let's try it. Let's give a large blur. Let's see what happens. As it's going to be Kansas City and Atlanta at Fulton County Stadium. Remember, it was 1996 whenever they went. So right now, Klesko is not hitting well. Howard is not. Grissom and Gagne. Gagne, the 94 Royals. Remember, he was with the Minnesota Twins. So here we go at Fulton County Stadium. We're going to be underway. Greg Maddux against Tom Goodwin, and here they go. Struck him out, and that's going to be one out. So Maddux is good all through this year. He's 2-0, a 1.69 ERA, 10 strikeouts, and only one walk. So here's Brian McCray. High into deep left field, but it'll be caught. 2 outs. 2 outs, and here's Bob Hamlin, the Hammer. He's got a little cult following in Kansas City. Struck him out, and I'll tell you what, that first inning could be huge. We go to the bottom of the first. Maddux looks good. Here's Kevin Apier now. So Polonia, Jones, and Klesko. First at bat for Luis Polonia. That'll be on the ground, picked up, and thrown to first. 1 out. Here's Jones, chipper, hitting .333 this year. Actually hitting pretty well. That'll be on the ground, and a base hit. So the first base hit of the game for Chipper Jones. So Chipper will do it. Here's Ryan Klesko now, the DH, at 0.71. High, and that'll hit on the ground. No, it's over his head. He played it wrong. And now going around third, they're going to come all the way home. No, they won't. So 2 are on in the bottom of the first. Here's Fred. Klesko with a double. And now Fred McGriff. Oh, to right field. That'll bring in a run easy. And that'll be caught, 1 out. That'll be 2 outs, and it'll be 1-0 Atlanta. 1-0 Atlanta. And Charlie O'Brien now the catcher. Hitting .318 and now 5th. High and deep to right center field. Why do we always have blowouts? It is a home run. Charlie O'Brien, a 2-run shot. You gotta be, this is incredible now. And Atlanta 3-0 lead. That's huge. Charlie O'Brien, 3 home runs on the year and 8 RBIs. And here's David Justice. Kevin Napier really not doing well. This is deep for Justice, and this is off the wall, almost a back-to-back. Will he go for a triple? He is going for a triple. The throw to third, and he is safe. He's got a triple, and whenever your first at-bat is a triple, you always think of cycle. Here's Marquise. That's the hardest to get is a triple. High pop fly underneath, and that'll be caught. 3-run home run. Actually, a 2-run home run. And a sacrifice fly. Atlanta, what a start. So Joyner, Shumpert, and Gagne. Wally Joyner. Remember, he played for Milwaukee. Struck him out, and Joyner. That'll be a fastball there, 1 out. And here's Terry Shumpert now. Shumpert's first at-bat of the year. Struck him out again, and we're seeing something magical now from Greg Maddux. In these first 2 innings, he has 4 out of 5 outs or strikeouts. They did have a long fly ball for Brian McRae, but here's Gagne now. Hitting .304. What can Maddux do? Struck him out, and he's having a great first 2 innings. Wow, we go to the bottom of the 2nd inning. The score, Atlanta 3 and Kansas City 0. Bottom of the 2nd inning. Here's Lemke. Napier against Lemke, and this is big. That'll be to left field. High and underneath, 1 out. So 1 out here in the bottom of the 2nd inning. Blauser, then Polonia. Here's Jeff Blauser, the shortstop. Bottom of the 2nd, and struck him out, 2 outs. So Napier, now he's looking good, and I mean solid here. And here's Luis Polonia, 0 for 1. And Polonia, that'll be a base hit to the right field. And that is Luis Polonia who will get on. Boy, isn't that terrible whenever somebody just their 2nd at-bat of the year. Here's Chipper, the 3rd baseman. That'll be on the ground. They should be able to get him, and they do. 3 outs. We go to the 3rd inning. It's Atlanta 3, Kansas City 0. Well, here's Henderson, Maine, and Howard. Can Greg Maddux keep it going? Dave Henderson, Maddux. You know, Billy Spaceman Lee one time. There's on the ground, and right the first 1 out. That's Fred McGriff that'll have that. Now, Spaceman Lee says you don't want to start out with too many strikeouts early and burn yourself out. Here's Maine, Brent Maine, the catcher. Not many pitches for Maddux. That'll be on the ground, and they get a base hit, so here's Kansas City now. They're starting to get a great start for Maddux, but they all saw Maddux 1 time. And here is Howard, David Howard. Oh, they're going on a steal. They go to second base and they get the out. Charlie O'Brien is 80% in throwing out base runners. And I want to say, I don't know if I agree with that. I know that Howard has trouble hitting, but right now you're trying to see what you're hitting Maddox hard. That would have been a double play ball anyway, so I guess that would have been the right decision anyway. He's going to be out anyway there. And we go to the bottom of the third. Atlanta 3, Kansas City nothing. So bottom of the third inning. Klesko, McGriff, and O'Brien. Here's Ryan Klesko. They talk about seasons being in different stages like the NFL seasons. It's the same in baseball. And there's a base hit. Your dominant teams in the beginning of the year get figured out. Lulls happen. And people get tired and lineup shifts happen. And then they change. It's about thirds, I think, in baseball. Here's Freddie McGriff from Kevin Apier now. That'll be in the ground and another base hit. So McGriff gets it. Well, they go to third. They're going to throw it all the way in and cut off. It'll be second and third. I think that might be a single that McGriff extended. And here's hot Charlie O'Brien. A 2-run home run today. Apier against O'Brien. That'll be on the ground. Will anybody score? No. They're going to go to first. They get the out. 1 out. Second and third. Here's David Justice now. Looking for the sac fly. They wanted to. They could have double sac fly, but now they're going to get a base hit, and that one might score. Well, will score one and might score two, and they won't send them. It's 4-0. And they still get a sacrifice. That's the thing when you're up and looking for single runs. Marquise Grissom, 0 for 1. Oh, they're going to go to second. They're going to throw to second, and it's safe. And Justice is 100% on the year for that. His second stolen base in as many tries. Here's Marquise. Oh, and it gets by him, but nobody moves. Bottom of the third, 1 out. That'll be on the ground and a base hit. It gets by. I don't think it's an error. 1 run will score. They're going to throw home, but they won't go. It's 5-0. And now David Justice is in sacrifice position for Mark Lemke. Oh, they're going to throw to second. He's going to be safe. Bottom of the third, 5-0. And Mark Lemke. And they'll go to first. Bases loaded with 1 out and Jeff Blauser. 0 for 1. It'll be on the ground. It'll be 6-3. They get the out, and it'll be 2 outs. So 2 outs. And Polonia. Luis Polonia struck him out, and that's going to be 3 outs. 6-0 Atlanta. Wow, you know, a lot of these games are kind of like blowouts now, and you look at something like this. I'm going to take a quick look right here. So let's take a look at the out-of-town scoreboard. San Francisco 7-0. They're going to be Montreal. San Francisco getting a little bit of a groove. Nobody hit a home run. Toronto, Dave Winfield and Candy Maldonado hit one bottom of the 6-8-0 there. They're blowing away Baltimore. Colorado 1-0 over Houston. Houston's a good team. The Mets killing Detroit 6-0. The Mets struggling winning. They might be getting on their groove right now. And they're the rest, Oakland and San Diego, the Battle of California, New York and California. Chicago at Florida, that ought to be a good one. Belcher against Kevin Brown. I thought about that game, and this game we wanted to see about the Royals. And the Royals need some other place to go. Pittsburgh and Cleveland, a good, very good regional rivalry there. Here's Goodwin, McRae, and Hamlin. Greg Maddux. That'll be high, pop fly, and underneath, 1 out. And here's Brian McRae, the center fielder, hitting .207. That's going to be a base hit. So going around, that'll be a base hit for Brian McRae. So McRae will get on, and here's the hammer, Bob Hamlin. He struck out the last time he's up. That'll be on the ground. This will be 4, 6, and they only get 1. There's going to be 2 outs now. 2 outs in Wally Joyner. Wally for the Royals. Struck him out, and that's going to be 3 outs. We go to the bottom of the 4th. It's Atlanta 6, Kansas City nothing. Jones, Klesko, and McGriff. So here's Jones. High to left field. This will be against the wall. My goodness. It's 6-0, and they're just bashing Apier. They're going to third. Maybe it's a triple, and it will be. Jones has a triple, and here's Klesko. Remember, David Justice had a triple earlier. Struck him out, 1 out. So they can't get him in. Blowout. Here's Freddie. 1 for 1 today. That'll be on the ground. Will they score? They will not. Apier to first. They get him out, 2 outs. And now no sacrifice. If they can stop and get a couple runs, that might be a turning point. Here's Charlie O'Brien, 1 for 2. Struck him out, and that's going to be 3 outs. We go to the top of the 5th. The score, Atlanta 6, Kansas City nothing. Shumpert, Gagne, and Henderson. Here's Terry Shumpert, 0 for 1 today. Greg Maddux, 6 strikeouts, no walks. He's up to 15 strikeouts for the year and 1 walk. High pop fly, center field. And underneath it'll be Marquise Grissom, 1 out. Atlanta is loaded, but Kansas City needs to start scoring here. Here's Greg Gagne against Greg Maddux. 2 Gregs. That'll be on the ground, picked up, and the throw to first, 2 outs. Dave Henderson, right field, 0 for 1. And Maddux struck him out. Oh my. What a day for Greg Maddux, bottom of the 5th now. So here's David Justice, who's 2 for 2 with an RBI. I'm not sure what he needs now. He has a triple and I think maybe a double. And this will be on the ground. They'll pick it up, throw to first, 1 out. Marquise Grissom, 1 for 2 today with an RBI. Apier, that'll be a base hit, and he'll get on Marquise. So Ryan Klesko, no, Chipper Jones had a triple before, so we got to see on him. Mark Lemke. Lemke to right field, and it's just, they're bashing Kevin Apier left and right, and this lineup is a good lineup. You're not going to win every game, but you're going to get, I mean, when we go to the playoffs, it'll be big. Here's Jeff Blauser. 0 for 2. Every game is so big in the playoffs. High pop fly, and that'll be a catch. And they're going to come around and make it 7-0. 2 outs, Luis Polonia on the ground. They'll go to first and they get the out. We go to the 6th inning. 7-0 Braves. One of the things you're not going to win every game, but series often come down in baseball more than anything else to single moments, because every at-bat is separate, every game is separate, everything. There's not like basketball, there's not like, hockey, where full team momentums and different swings left and right. It's probably closer to hockey than anything else, but more so in baseball, where if you have a 7-game series and you lose 4-3 in the 7th game, so you lose the series 4-3 also, you look back and you say, well, in that second game, we could have gone up 2-0, and then gone back at home if we had not had an error to really lose the game. Here's Brent Maney, singled in the 3rd. You got to appreciate these, and they go to first, 1 out. You got to appreciate a baseball season more than any other season. Football is all about moments at any time. And that's going to be a base hit. Baseball in the season you can recover, but in the playoffs it's almost like football. We're singular moments at any time. Just football, it's more compacted. Here's Goodwin, Tom Goodwin, 0 for 2. High, and that's a base hit, so here's 2 now for Kansas City. They're going to third, they throw to third, he will be in safe. So Kansas City might get a couple runs here, let's see. Brian McRae, 1 for 2 today. Now all of a sudden a little bit, people are looking around going, really? Here's the pitch to McRae. Struck him out, 2 outs. It's 7-0, and let's see, here's the hammer. Bob Hamlin 0 for 2, I think he struck out twice. Oh, a little nubber, and let's see, it'll be caught. Oh, off the nub of his bat. And we go to the bottom of the 6th inning, the score. Atlanta 7, Kansas City 0. We go to the bottom of the 6th inning. Jones, Klesko, and McGriff. Here's Jones. And that's going to be a walk. Chipper Jones, so he tripled and he walked. I didn't see what he was. New pitcher, Chris Haney, will come in. A 1.69 ERA, 5 1/3 inning pitched. Apier just got rocked today. High, deep center field, and I'm seeing that. That's just because of the lineup. Off the wall. If the wall were a little less, oh my goodness, and now it's going to be 2nd and 3rd. Here's Freddie though, 1 for 2 with an RBI. Haney, and that'll be on the ground, and they throw to first, they get the out. 1 out. O'Brien, 1 for 3, a home run and 2 RBIs. Struck him out, 2 outs. Are they going to hold him to nothing? Here's David Justice, 2 for 3. It gets by, and they don't go. So Maine, what a good block by him. That'll be right back to the pitcher, and he gets it. Nothing there. They're 2nd and 3rd with nobody out. They don't score. We go to the 7th. So now we're going to take a look at the different scores. Colorado and Houston are tied at 1 bottom of the 8th. New York Mets beating Detroit. Detroit trying to get people in. San Diego beating Oakland. What a game there. And you see the rest of people. I think Florida, Chicago. That'll be a good series. Pittsburgh and Cleveland. We do want to get one of them. We have a couple finals. Toronto blows away Baltimore today. David Cone. He's playing for a couple different teams here. For Toronto 92, he's now 2-1. The loser, ironically, is Jimmy Key, who is also on Toronto at 92, a 10-1 win there. And Estes beats Pedro Martinez of the 94 Montreal Expos 7-0. San Francisco leading. Top of the 7th inning here. Rossi, Shumpert, and Gagne. Greg Maddux is still pitching. Rossi is the pinch hitter. That's going to be to right field, hit hard. But that's going to be caught, 1 out. David Justice. They have a great outfield and great defense. Really, when you look at top to bottom team, I think Atlanta's probably the most solid. Here's Terry Shumpert, 0 for 2. And that'll be a high fly ball center field and caught 2 outs. And Greg Gagne hitting .280. Oh, it hit him. That was weird. Henderson 0 for 2 today. Dave. And that'll be a base hit. And they're going to take it to third, all the way to third. So you got to face people. Here's Maine, Brent Maine, 1 for 2. Center field, and looking, and catching. Bottom of the 7th inning, 7-0 game. So Dwight Smith, Chris Haney is here. Here's Dwight Smith. They walk. Haney will still be in. Mark Lemke, 1 for 2. On the ground for 6-3. And they get it. Kind of a weird angle there. And Rafael Belliard, Haney, this will be his last inning pitching probably. And it'll go foul, and oh, he dropped it. So bottom of the 7th with 2 outs. Belliard. And that'll be a base hit. And they're going to go around. That'll be base hit there. So right now here in the Belliard with the double, bottom of the 2nd, 2 outs. Luis Polonia. That'll be on the ground. I can't believe he missed it, then the double. They're going to throw to first and get him. I didn't even look at who was pitching. But here's Howard, top of the 8th inning, 7-0. It's a blowout game. And a walk. Here's Greg Maddux. That'll be on the ground for 6. And Brian McRae, 1 for 3. One for 3 today. that'll be on the ground. They pick it up for 6. 2 outs. And Bob Hamlin, 0 for 3 today. He struck out a lot of times. But that'll be on the ground, and the Hammer will go 0 for 4 today. We're in the bottom of the 8th inning. It's a blowout. So here's Chipper Jones, 2 for 3. That'll be a walk. Bottom of the 8th, Ryan Klesko, 3 for 4. And that's going to be a walk. Rusty Meacham is not having a good day. 2 walks in a row. 3 walks in a row, nobody out. Rusty Meacham was in the last one, and now a new pitcher, Stan Belinda. If you're a Pirate fan, look away right now. Stan Belinda. Actually, he's a good guy. He just had an unfortunate moment. So here's Stan. High pop fly and underneath. That'll be a shallow catch. You're going to throw it all the way home. And it's going to be an 8-0 game. With 1 out, David Justice now, 2 for 4. And it's going to be ball 4. So this guy, Belinda, he is a fly ball pitcher. Oh, that's a high fly ball to left center field. And they get a grand slam. Mike Devereaux. Oh, my. I don't care who you are. You didn't want that to happen. Mike Devereaux with the grand slam. And officially, it's a pasting. Officially. And Mark Lemke now, oh my. And Kansas City is getting thumped in game number 1 here of this series. And that'll be 2 outs, 12-0, Rafael Belliard. And what a pasting here on the ground. Picked up, they're gonna throw to first and get the out, 3 outs. 12-0, we go to the 9th. I wonder what's their other dog's name? Oh, okay, so one dog, Rigby. I bet right, we're in the ninth inning, and it is, you might be wondering why that I had a phone call I needed to take. You probably heard a little bit of it. Then I realized I was online and on the air, but hey, it happens. Then I hit mute, so that's what happens. I mean, right now we're just going through. This is going to be a high pop fly, and to left field. That's going to be one out here in the ninth inning. It's 12-0. Terry Shumpert. This is not a game that'll be on the ground and over. They're going to throw to first, and it's going to be out number 2 here in the ninth. And here's Gagne. And that'll be ball 4. So top of the ninth. And no, and that's going to be, again, here's Dave Henderson, the right fielder, and that'll be on the ground. Could be over. They throw to second, they do, and that's it. What a win by Atlanta, and we're going to take a look now at everything else. What a win by Atlanta. 12-0. They win the game. You take a look. I'm going to say the MVP's got to be Greg Maddux. He pitched an 80. What a great game for him, and what a great breakout game. Oh, so they actually had McMichael that came in. I didn't even notice it because there's such a blowout. They wanted to get McMichael in and just get some work out, and that's a 12-0 win. Let's take a look right now. Let's take a look at everything else as we take a look. And we're going to have the different games. San Francisco, 7-0. They just beat up Montreal. Montreal is falling down. San Francisco's playing a lot better in their lineup. Jeff Kent is actually playing very well. And a big win there. On the other side, look at the Blue Jays. They're playing well. They're above 500. They're 5-4. They're 1-3 in their beginning. They're 4-1 in their last 5. And they win 10-1. They're really raising a lot of their averages and hitting really for power now. They got a few players that are hitting really good. David Cohn with the win there. They win there. So Houston, they're now 6-3. They win in the bottom of the ninth inning. Howell with a solo home run. As Randy Johnson, a complete game victory. 10 strikeouts, 2 walks, an ERA of 3. Saberhagen with a very good day. And then, but Reed, he just couldn't get it done. Randy Johnson there. How about the Tigers tried to come back, but the Mets with their second win. The Mets, they're a good baseball team right here. They're trying to get their averages up. And Milt Kyler was ejected in the second inning for arguing a strike call, and that definitely was Lloyd Mosby came in, went 2 for 3 in there. We already did the Braves and the Royals. The Padres, 2 hit the A's, so the Padres are now 5-4. In the very beginning, we thought they would be a terrible team, but then you take a look at them. They're not a bad team at all. They're not getting their hitting yet, but they have great pitching. And when you take a look, Kevin Brown with the win over Dave Stewart, a solid victory there. How about the Yankees, 4-1? They go above 500 over the Angels. The Angels are a solid team, but they really they're balanced. But I think their pitching is tough. Finley gets his first loss. Cone the win. Rivera the save. As they go there, the Indians 6-3 over the Pirates. The Pirates go under 500. The Pirates had a 2-1 lead early. As you take a look, Don Slot again. The Pirates got to start breaking out with hits. It's just tough for them to get anything going. Charles Nagy gets 6 2/3 and the player of the game and the win. There. So how about the Marlins beating the White Sox 4-2? A sloppy game between two very good 6-2 teams. And we'll probably have the next game as the White Sox are solid. They're going to compete for a playoff position. Remember, top 6 teams get to go, and Kevin Brown is now 3-0 and looking really good. Remember, he won the Cy Young and different sort of thing. So Philadelphia and St. Louis. Here's Philadelphia, 7-2 winners over St. Louis. Philadelphia they gave up 1 in the first and 2 in the bottom of the first. Never a doubt since then. Mill Thompson, Green will win. Bennett's the loss. Tommy Green is now 2-1. How about the Cubs beating the Rangers 5-3? The Cubs are 6-3. The Rangers are now 2-7. And here they go. You can see it right now. Gonzalez is 3-4. And Juan Gonzalez, 3-4 there. Bobby Witt, Henneman with the loss. Kerry Wood with the win. He's 2-0. Traxel the hold, and Rod Beck the save, his third. So they're doing very well there. How about the Red Sox beating the Twins? The Red Sox are 5-4. We told you they'd be a good team. The Twins are a good, solid team. But Boston right now looking good. They just 3 in the top of the 9th inning. Good pitching by Martinez, Beck, and Garces. Kevin Tapani, a complete game loss. They just kept him in. He wasn't doing bad. He just gave up 3. The Mariners. Oh, look at that game. What a crazy game this is. You're going to get them in seasons. It just happens that way. And look at this. It was 2-0 Seattle, 2-1, 5-1, 7-5, 9-7, 9-8, 10-8, 11-10, 16-10, 16-12, or 17-13. I guess I did something. 12-11 in the bottom of the 6th. Ken Griffey Jr. hit a grand slam and made it 16-11. So what a hit there. Taking a look here. Yeah, Ken Griffey Jr. Edgar Martinez scored 4 runs. Let's take a look at a game like this. Every starter got a hit for both teams. Every starter got a hit. Yeah. So 9, you would figure 18. Oh, they got 19 hits. So they're 35 in the game. Taking a look, RBI, Ken Griffey, 2-for-4 with 4 RBIs. He hit the grand slam. Oh, look at the pitching. Yeah, that is tough. They're 4 hours and 1 minute. What an incredible 17-13 game. And finally, the Dodgers beat the Brewers 8-4. And when you take a look, Tom Prince was 2-for-2 with a home run in 92. The player of the game was Tom Prince. Home run, a double, and a walk for the Dodgers. Look at this. The catcher. 8-4. The score, the final score, and Nobazio with the loss, 5.09 ERA. Tom Prince there. So the Dodgers doing all right. I mean, it's series. You play everybody in one 4-game series. That's what you do. You play everybody in a 4-game series. And that's going to be it. So now, what we're going to do is we're going to go through our normal stuff. The power rankings. Here, the Braves are 1. Florida, I mean, it's still early. It's still early. The top 6 power right now, the White Sox are in. It's Atlanta, Florida, Cleveland, Chicago, Houston, the other Chicago team. Wouldn't that be something if you had not a Summit Series, but you had some sort of series? And that's probably what we're going to do is double headers for the playoffs, so we have every playoff game. There's no reason to have a game without showing it. It'll be 2 rounds of double headers in a final. Remember, David Cone hurled the no-hitter for Kansas City. Cincinnati gets Bill Doran, Player of the Week. So let's go to home now, taking a look. We will go to stats. The biggies are there. Guzman alike. Kevin Brown is always up there. Always up there. One of the best pitcher stats of all time, Kevin Brown from 1997. No matter what league we put him in, he's always trying to get the Cy Young. Statistics here. Trammell leading with a .484 average. Griffey with now 5 home runs. Guzman a 64 ERA. Eckersley 4 saves. Brown with 3 wins, of course. And then in the fielding, of course, the whoops category, Brocious with 4 errors. But the best fielding percentage, we have a lot of 1000s right there. Streaks, Jose with 9-game hitting streak to begin. A lot of times hitting streaks are in the beginning of the year, and then you'll get like a 28-game hitting streak to begin the year, and nobody else will hit even close to 28 games. For the rest of the year, I don't know why. There's the streaks. The teams and whatever, you can pause this and take a look at them if you want. And there we go, easy, easy, and now for the standings. I mean, it's early, I understand that. It's like some teams are down 4-0 in the first inning, let's put it like that. They have to chip away and hope they don't give up any more runs. Remember, this is only the start of the 3rd series. Atlanta's 8-1. They're undefeated at home. What a victory today. Florida's a tough team. Chicago's a good team. Houston, Detroit 6-3 is the mark. Cleveland is 3rd in the power rankings. And that's because they beat a very good New York Yankee team. And the Yankees are 5-4. Of course, the Pirates are 4-5, as you're seeing everything. The Yankees did play their first. Oh, no. Okay, I was thinking of the other league. I got the 80's league, which is different. Way different. St. Louis hasn't won on a road game yet. And the very bottom people that got to win, Texas, Baltimore. Look at Baltimore. I mean, they're 2-7. I didn't expect that, but, you know, it's all about series, who you play, how they're doing. I think the biggest surprise right now, Kansas City's loss was absolutely terrible today. The Pirates did all right. I think the biggest surprise in losing has right now been Baltimore. I think the biggest surprise in winning has been San Diego. I think so. If you're talking about the top 6, I would expect those teams to be there or competing. San Diego, though, I think Philadelphia should be doing a little bit better. But still, it's 100. You got 109 games. You're not going to. You're not going to. You're not going to like. You're not going to win or lose things right now. Yeah, you only got 6 playoff spots, but you're not going to win or lose things. Looking at the wild card, we're just doing this. I mean, you got a lot of different games and you got a lot of different series. I think Minnesota and Pittsburgh don't want to slip too far. I mean, a lot of people are going to even out here, but Minnesota and Pittsburgh don't want to slip too far down there. Baltimore definitely does not want to slip down. And, let's look at California. How is California doing? They're not bad. It's just the way it is. So now I think the next game after break, Chicago and Florida, McCaskill against Alex Fernandez. I don't think Kirk McCaskill is going to be a 7.20 ERA, and Alex Fernandez might lighten up a little bit. And Randy Tomlin against Chad O.J. in the other one. But Baltimore and Toronto really beat Baltimore really badly today. And I think that's a big game. Baltimore wants to start to get on track. If Toronto can beat Baltimore again, even by 1 or 2 runs, and go up 2-0 in that series, that's a statement. Toronto knows they're going to compete. Baltimore is not a bad team. Atlanta is 8-1. They're hot now, but it doesn't mean they're not going to be hot. Kansas City, they want to see what they're going to do. David Konu has thrown a no-hitter. He is going to play John Smoltz, who is the only loss for Atlanta. And we got to take a look at New York. Glendon Rush has a lot of pressure on him because they know they want to make a good performance against Detroit. They really do. All right, that's it for today. Have a great day, and we will see you later.